Let's talk about The Boys. Can we talk about The Boys? I'm going to list a few things. I'm going to list maybe 12 or 24 or 36 things where the fan base will tell you individually that each of these is not really an issue, that you're being too picky, that you're being whatever, you're MAGA or something. Because you would have to like this. It's so genius, you'd have to like it unless you have some kind of motive to defend these things. When, of course, the Occam's razor is just that some people really cannot cope with the fact that your show sucks, that your showrunner, he sucks. All right, so as promised, each of these things individually, the tryhards and the bots would tell you is not a problem with the series finale of The Boys. And they would say you're thinking too hard if you care. Powers randomly switch on and off so that he doesn't immediately kill the boys in every single episode. He can randomly see through things, or they'll remember it and they'll kind of half address it. He can see and hear through things unless it's inconvenient for the writers. Sister Sage is the smartest human on Earth. However, she fails to create a plan B or C or D or E. Like, the average really smart plan has like multiple failsafes, has lots of backups. She makes one shitty plan and then is amazed when it doesn't work out. She, by the way, all this chasing of Compound V, of the new super virus, all the shit, all the Godolkin shit is thrown away, by the way. I watched Gen V. It's all thrown away. It's bullshit. The new lineages of viruses and also of, like, the serums, guess what? None of them matter. And also, why couldn't Sister Sage, who invented a cancer cure in her basement as a little child, why can't she create any chemical substance that any human has ever invented before if she's the smartest person in the world? Dogman and Catwoman sniffing each other's asses, wasting time for the last two. All right, a lot of people say Herogasm was the height of the show. Disagreed. Herogasm was the one episode at the height of the series where the showrunners took the completely wrong message and they said they just wanted to show men's buttholes more often. And that's the only thing they took from it. Hugh gets and the showrunners say it's funny. So all they've internalized from #MeToo is you can't objectify women, but it is funny to objectify people and to sexually harass them. That's still great comedy, huh? Hey, you remember that love story between Frenchie and Kimiko, which was like a whole thing through all 5 seasons, except, one season they couldn't think of anything to do, so they wrote a random character that Frenchie was like super gay lovers with, and they had a great passionate affair, and Kimiko says, that's okay, you know what? I'm more of a sister to you. You and I are brother and sister. This romance is over because you're gay now and I support that. The important thing is that Orange Man is bad. We're going to get into that. Even if you hate Trump and it tickles you to no end to see ham-fisted parodies about the ways that he is annoying to liberals, it is not a good show to do it every episode. It is not a good show. It is not funny. Even if you're really serious and you think this is perfect satire, it is not good to be reminded of it constantly. Oh, so Frenchie was super gay for one season, and then the guy died, and Frenchie forgot, and he tagged right back up with Kimiko just in time to give... Every kill so far in the whole season has been Homelander finally corners them because the plot armor has finally given out, and his menacing whatever, he's capable of anything, but only for the scenes where it matters. So Frenchie had a good line, and A-Train had one good line. Apparently that's all we get anymore, is occasionally Homelander speedsters up to a main character, and the main character gets one good line, and then Homelander just reaches out in a cost-effective way. It's a superhero series. Amazon's running Invincible. They're trying to be a parody of Marvel, although they're goofier than Marvel ever was at this point. But so they don't have any money. Homelander reaches out with his hands, and they play the same head explosion effect they've been using for 3 seasons. I swear to God, a writer on the show is like a fetishist, but every single episode, they seem to have seriously imbibed that you cannot do anything that would offend women. So constantly write fetish material only involving men. I don't fucking know. You got Dick Man, you got Balls Man, you got guy who doesn't have any genitals and he shits Earth Man. The Deep is bulletproof. Why is he afraid of sharks? Doesn't make sense. They don't care. This is Game of Thrones. This is Stranger Things. This is Calling the Shot Now, Euphoria, in a couple months or whenever they finally pull the plug on that shit. This is literally writers who do worse than AI, or me, the fan who has actually seen the episodes and thought about them. Incredible, man. We need a revolution. It's clown shit. And it's nothing about this show matters, but it is a symptom of a disease that is killing entertainment. All right, and then we got the finale. Now, the finale, I have to admit, I did like, spoiler alert, Homelander's brains everywhere. That was cool. I like that. I like that little fight scene. They could have made it more subtle. They could have spent a little bit more time, like, writing something where he's begging for his life, and it's very pathetic, and it turns off all the world fans, but he doesn't have to say, like, literally, like, I'll suck you off, and I'll eat poop, I'll do it. Like, they could have, whatever. Like, that's the level I've come to expect from these writers. But the brain CGI effect looked good. I guess that's where the whole budget went for the whole season. So now that the finale's done, I can say officially, all those promos with Homelander, like, looking out from space over a devastated world, or Vault Tower, you know, crumbling directly to the ground, and Butcher's, like, standing in the rubble of it, like, yeah, I just destroyed Vault Tower myself. That was all bullshit. That was literally, like, I don't want to say that they used AI. They didn't, but come on, an Amazon production. I'm sure they use it whenever they can. That was like, give me a prompt, give me an image that would be super hype for the boys. And it doesn't have to have anything to do with the plot or anything that happens. So, yeah, whatever. It's cool to see Homie die. I'm glad Homie died. That was cool. That scene was sufficient, although, again, kind of spoiled by, I don't even mind Kimiko being the one who did it. Whatever. That's, you know, a little bit Arya Stark killing the Night King. A little bit, but they did it well, except that she was standing there, and then Butcher draws attention to it and says, like, hey, why aren't you doing anything? And then she starts. She's like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll start. And then she can't do it, and then you get a long check-in with dead Frenchie that inspires her to actually do it. That would have been funny. That would have been, like, truly satirical, you know, the edgy slant that the boys is always going for, if they actually had, like, Kimiko spend too long in her daydream, and Homelander kills Butcher and Huey and everybody, and just wins. Whatever. It was good to see Homie die that way. That's the only good thing I have to say about it. All right, goodbye, everybody.